What's up with everybody? I'm back with another breakdown video, and today we're doing none other than Revenge on the Soul.
It's an extra burden, let me alone. I gotta find my peace. Cause if you know, then you know just how I kinda be. Anger in my blood makes it boil a whole 1,000 degrees. Too hard to fight back anymore. Feel like I gotta breathe. If I release, I'm out of control. Right when I break the leash, yeah, you can find me out on the road.
What's up with everybody? Real quick, I just wanted to put y'all on to this new merch site I just launched. I've actually built this site myself, and I dropped a whole bunch of new merch inspired by my latest album, Transparent 2. And I even have the original merch that I dropped from back when I dropped the first Transparent album. To access this, just click on my official website at forevertransparent.com, and then you click shop, and then look at all of this new merch I have. You can also subscribe to our email list. And yes, if you see something, don't hesitate to cop something. We got t-shirts, hoodies, and I also have a bunch of more new designs that I want to drop soon. So check it out.
So Revenge on the Soul, I knew that was special from the very beginning. Like, when working on the beat, I went all the way up to about 1:30 in the morning just working on the beat, and still didn't really finish it. I had to just call it because it was just getting late. Came back the following day, and worked on it some more and just kind of got it to my liking. But once I got that to how I wanted to sound, I was like, yo, this is wild. I felt like that beat commanded so much that my writing had to meet that or surpass it. And so I wrote the song. I wrote the original song, and I let it sit, fooled around and let it sit on my phone. Working on other music, writing other songs. Eventually I go back to it after a little while. And I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but I don't really know if this is it. I don't really know if it does it justice. So I literally scrapped about 70 to 80% of what I originally wrote, except for the part where I'm like, dear child, I seen it all. That part before the beat comes back in again. In my mind, I was like, okay, I gotta really bring it on this one, because otherwise I'm just gonna have to like really just let it sit and come back at a later date. And so I rewrote it, and I was like, I think I got it. I think this is it. The rest is history. The concept is really, this one was hard. Hard not in the sense of, oh man, this is difficult, but hard in the sense of heaviness. This one was heavy because, for those who don't know, had a little bit of anger problems when I was younger, and for the most, I've worked myself into where I have really great control over it now. I know how to properly process things. I know how to release things, so I don't have like blow-ups like that. But I was so overcome with all of the emotions I was dealing with. Mind you, this is simultaneously while we might be here longer, the depression is happening. And so I felt like with everything that was going on and everything that I dealt with, that someone just injected a bunch of steroids or whatever, just really just juiced up my anger problems, and what like dormant is now like active and is trying to take control. And I felt like I was about to lose it for a while, not for like a day or a week, but like for months. Imagine like feeling revenge on the soul, but for a couple of months, it felt heavy. And so I really wanted to act out and lash out, and really where it gets tough was the fight to not give in. That's where it gets hard, where it gets tough. And so that's why you see the evil me with the red eye interacting with me, and then I take the gun and it's like, okay, I'm kind of starting to give in, and then the intensity of the music is rising, but then it's like the voice of God, if you will, then it comes in, and then we pull the music back, and then it's like, okay, almost like a sense of calmness, not quite, but almost. But that's what it really felt like. It was like one side was like, it felt like I've been done wrong, now I'm about to act out. Another side was like, regardless of what you feel, there's a better way to handle it. And that's where it got hard. That's where it got tough. I was hurt that a lot of things that I had built up towards had failed. Good things that I was working towards that didn't work out. And it wasn't just the relationship, it was a lot of the relationship, but there was also some things in the past that I was working towards that I had my heart set on that just failed. And it was just like, man, every time I think I got something going, it's like, nope. And so I guess you could say at this point it was like, okay, I had enough. When you get to feel overwhelmed like that, you start looking for relief naturally, but the suicide isn't the way. That's not the way to do it. It's natural to want to be relieved of this, because if you're carrying something that's heavy, it's like, yo, I want to put this down. It's too much. I'm getting tired. But the suicidal thoughts, suicide, that's not the way. And so the 3-part story, we wanted to do the prelude to just set up the fact that something was off. You know, something was up, something wasn't right. And I'm acting unusual to my character. And also wanted to use the prelude and those short films as a way to establish the relationship dynamic between me and Unique. Likewise with the epilogue. Those 2 particular short films, the prelude and the epilogue for Overdue, so I wanted to use those to not only tell the story aside from music of how bad things were and how intense things were, but to also set up the relationship dynamic between me and Unique, who plays a childhood friend of mine in the story of the album. I felt it was important to do it like that because it was just so much. I really believe the story of the album was strong enough and to carry. It was so much that it was like, yeah, I could just do a music video and it'll be cool, but it's like, I felt like so much story would be missed if I just left it as a music video, because all of these songs connect. One thing I really wanted to show with my music and films in general, with Revenge on the Soul, and especially Revenge on the Soul, and with Close the Door, is how the battle between good and bad and God and the devil, all of the spirituality, how that has an impact on the human, on the person. You know, I never want to shy away from the human side of it. And as you can see in Revenge on the Soul and in Close the Door, all of these things have a direct impact on the person. Almost kind of like, if you're really in deep, and it almost kind of weighs on the person, and it's kind of heavy on the person. So that's Revenge on the Soul. It's a 3-part story. It's a deep story that takes you right into, which sets up a moment's time and sets up the story of the rest of the album. Appreciate you all for joining in and watching another breakdown video. This one was a Revenge on the Soul. Like I said, I'm gonna do it for the rest of the album. Hit the links to download the album, to stream it, and to check out our merch online store. And follow me on Instagram as well. Link is in the bio. And be on the lookout for the next breakdown video.
Fights the mind, I try, but it's not my time. Go to war for what I love, and any day, any given night. Been a line up and I'm there on sight. Held them up and now look at me, about to break like I'm losing my sight. Damn, like I'm losing light. What's up, then was losing life. And I flipped time my downfall, even seen it all. I took a mental picture, though you find it there online. Might fly off the handle, inspire or act paralyzed, cause I can't move. And this mindset lash out what I can't do, cause a mindset it all blow up like I hate to. Think I might have one shot.